and simple. My presentation on the product will take about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I'm going to hand over to my very good friend, Mr. Raja Morgan, to share with you his experience of how he's been earning extremely well in this business. Now, before I start, let me just introduce myself. My name is Michael Xavier. I'm the Managing Director of Speakwrite Consultancy Sdn Bhd and Technologics Sdn Bhd. I run my own training business. We conduct training for many multinationals here in Penang and Kuala Lumpur. And during the pandemic, just like every other business, because we could not have live classes, my business was somewhat affected. We lost close to about 80% of our business. And we really needed to look at an alternative source of income during this time frame to supplement the loss of income. And I'm very happy that I was introduced to the Volten products, which I've been using for over 6 months. And only in recent times did I decide to actually engage a group of agents under my network to actually promote this product to people. So let me get down to it and introduce to you this company, which is Volten International. For those of you who are familiar with Shah Alam, it's located there. And they also have branches in Sungai Petani, Kedah, Ipoh, Johor, and Malacca. So this is great news because this is a Malaysian company, though the product itself, the original product itself comes from Thailand. The extracts come from Thailand, but the manufacturing facility is actually based in Malaysia. And I'll be telling more about what the product is all about. Now, if I'm sure the person who invited you in this program would have told you that we are dealing with some health supplements. And you're probably wondering, there's so many health supplements out there, and why is it that there's another company who's doing it for the last 3 years? Now, the reality is this. The health medical care cost in Malaysia has actually skyrocketed to a tune of 80 billion ringgit. And that is the latest figure in the year 2020. I have to admit that, and you would agree with me, that Malaysia has a bunch of very unhealthy people, also governed by our mentality, our eating habits, our lifestyle, our late night nasi kandas in Penang. All this is not contributing to a healthy lifestyle. And that's the reality that we are in. And as you can see in also recent times with the COVID-19 situation where people are all spilling out of hospitals, you find that the awareness on health is still very low. It's still very low. People assume that they would not fall sick. And that's why our health system is almost crumbling today. Now, the important word we want to use is how can we prevent this from happening? If somebody falls sick today, the first thing they will do is go and see a doctor and get medication. But that does not prevent a problem. What we really need is a system, a program, and a product that actually helps prevent people from falling sick in the first place. And so there are many companies out there such as Amway, Shakely, Herbalife, and they are doing a wonderful job, But still, the market is huge. The market is big. And there's still many opportunities for other products to be brought in. And Volten International took it upon itself to introduce a product that literally has got no competition from any other players within Malaysia and outside Malaysia. That's the uniqueness of what I'm going to be sharing with you in a short while. So let's first take a look at some of the wonderful testimonies that we have seen from this product itself. As you can see from the screen, this man, Zamrizal Zaim, had got serious lymphoma cancer, but it totally reversed after taking the product that Volten International is introducing. We have many other testimonies like Che Nom Baharum, who had the same issue, lymphoma cancer, and saw that third stage cancer being reversed. What about people with diabetes? They also saw their wounds reverse and they didn't have to lose a limb or a leg. Now, can you just think about some people in your life who have diabetes, who has got heart disease, who has got stroke, and how their lives have been shattered right before their eyes, visiting doctors and hospitals and spending all their money and time and still not being able to come out of their situation. And you wonder, what can you do apart from praying and helping these people? But perhaps maybe Volten would have that answer for you that I'm going to share with you about. Now, normally when we show this part of the slides, people will say, well, this is some kind of miracle drug. Well, I've got more to tell you. This is based on science. Because this product is coming from a very traditional approach, which is the use of vegetation extract to bring out the health value in people. And in that example, Volten has decided to invest its R&D money into black ginger. Now, if you have heard black ginger before, can you please type a yes in the chat room if you have heard about black ginger before? If you have not heard it, just type a no. How many of you here have heard about black ginger before? Just type a yes or a no in the chat room. Let's just wait for some answers. Okay, Samuel has not heard about black ginger. What about Nyson? All right, so looks like we are talking to a group of people who have not heard about it. And yes, Jonathan heard about black ginger when I introduced it to him for the first time. And before that, even he, being a very traditional Indian himself, didn't know the existence of such thing called black ginger. Well, the scientific name of black ginger is Camphilia parviflora. And this unique type of black ginger is only found in Thailand. In Thailand, it looks like ginger, but it has got a darker texture. And in Thailand, this black ginger is used as a traditional energy booster that is introduced in tonic drinks and is also proven to heal and treat a variety of diseases without side effects. In fact, the testimonies I have runs over 30 to 40 testimonies that I have come in contact with. But if you ever go into YouTube and you key in black ginger testimonials, Volten, you will see many video descriptions and testimonies on how this product has literally saved people's lives. But then again, it's not the black ginger that they are consuming. What's really happening? Let me explain to you the process. What Volten has done is to take those black ginger and just remove the extracts through a very technical engineering process and put it into capsules, as you can see over here. This is the capsules that is being used to contain the extract that's been pulled out. Now, what are the extracts that have been pulled out from the black ginger? They are known as bioflavonoids and methoxyflavone. Now, methoxyflavone, there are many combinations. There's combinations 1, 2, combinations 4, 6, combinations 8, 10. But the one that is most suitable for the body is a combination of 5 and 7. And it is said that the minimum requirement for a product like this is like 1.5% of these extracts in the capsule. But Volten has gone a step further to increase it up to 2.26%, ensuring that we get the benefits even faster by consuming these capsules. Now, I want to stress very importantly, there is no any other preservatives or any other artificial chemical related components that is added into this capsule. It is purely extract. Just want you to think about that very carefully. Like the vitamin C that you have, it's basically an extract from various citrus fruits and put into a tablet. It's in that similar fashion. So for every 10 black ginger, just imagine you have 10 of it in your hands, and then you only get one capsule as taken from the extract of 10 of these black gingers. So you could already imagine how concentrated this is. So what I'm going to share with you is how these super bioflavonoids actually benefit the body. And this is not what we are saying. This is what the studies have said. You can go and do your own studies on this area. And we've got even documents from KKM that verifies the percentages of these methoxyflavins within the product. So let's take a look at some of the health benefits of black ginger. Now, traditionally, black ginger is able to help control diabetic levels. Well, I pray and hope that none of you have diabetes in this room. But if you have, or you know of someone who does, this particular product can actually regulate your sugar level in your blood. It also reduces the growth of cancers in the blood because it has antioxidant that overcomes free radicals in our nervous system. It reduces the risk of osteoporosis. For those of you who need to have a more active sexual appetite, this product will certainly help you in that area. Stabilizes hormones and blood pressure. And overall, it improves blood circulation. Now, I want to share with you my personal experience. About 6 months ago, when I was working in the office, I suddenly got a call from a friend of mine who told me on the phone that she needed to see me and she wanted to talk something. She said that she recently lost a job. So I knew that I had to give her time because perhaps she needed my help to find jobs. So I told her, come over to my office. So at about 11:30 in the morning, she arrived in the office. But what puzzled me was she didn't come alone. She came with another friend. So I was a little puzzled at that point in time. Nevertheless, being a very good Malaysian and a very pleasant and respectful person, I just let her into the office and I sat down. And then she immediately told me, Michael, I actually wanted to come to talk to you about a product that I'm distributing. To be very honest, I was a bit disappointed because she didn't tell me that on the phone. But immediately she says, if you don't mind, can you just give me a few minutes? I want to share this with you. But since she's already there with a friend, and I also know her friend, I said, you know what, no problem. Then I said, would you like to have some coffee? She said, yeah, that'll be great. So I went down to the pantry, got 2 glasses of coffee and gave it to them. And what they did was they took out this product, the black ginger, the capsules. They removed the capsules and emptied the capsules into the coffee. And I was very puzzled. What is going on? She says, Michael, in fact, this is what we want to talk about today. It's about this black ginger, which can be added to the drinks. And then they added it into the coffee. And then they moved the coffee to me. He says, can you try this? So I tried it and I drank it. I said, it tastes a little bit bitter. Then they took out another product, and that is a coffee product by Volten that has black ginger in it. He says, if you don't mind, can you bring another glass of hot water? I want you to try this coffee. And then they added the coffee into it, and I tasted it, and I found that the taste of their coffee was totally different. And he says, Michael, imagine this. You have black ginger added into coffee, and that's what you have. And I immediately fell in love with their coffee. So I told myself, wow, this is fantastic. I said, I really like the taste. Then she told me, Michael, I lost my job. Would you mind supporting me in buying a package from this company? I said, okay. So I just bought it. I never intended to do the business. And I used the product for 6 months. But during that time, my dear friends, I already had warts that was growing under my chin. It looked like black pimples, that about 8 of them forming. You know, I consider myself a fairly good looking person, and having those warts below my face really disappointed me. So I went to see the doctor a few times, but they could not actually solve the problem. They said I need to use a certain type of facial acid to kill those warts. But you'll be surprised, my dear friends. Without realizing, I started drinking that coffee every day, and the warts suddenly disappeared and never returned. This took about 2 months for the full effect to take place, but I didn't know that it was actually the product that was helping me. Because before that, 6 months I was suffering with it and I couldn't get rid of it. But as soon as I tried the Volten product, the warts in my face actually disappeared. And over a period of time, my dear friends, I found that my immunity, my ability to be healthier and not fall sick as often has actually greatly increased after I started taking the VR4 and the coffee products within Volten. So this comes to the very important part of our program. And here is to introduce to you formally what this program is all about, what this product is all about. If you're able to follow me, my dear friends, can you type the word yes? Can you please type the word yes? If you can follow me so far, just type the word yes, so I know that I'm not going too fast. Just type a yes in the chat room. Yes, thank you, Nyson. Appreciate that. All right, great. Okay, thank you, Jonathan. So anytime you have any questions, my dear friends, feel free to just type the question in the chat room, or at the end of this presentation, feel free to ask. So let me introduce to you the product. The product that we are talking about, number 1 on the list, is the VR4 Black Ginger. Now, this is the core product. This is the core product. It is black ginger extract, very potent, rich in polymectoxic flavin, and it has got very powerful flavonoids within its product. We are encouraged to take anywhere between 1 to 6 capsules, depending on our weight, every single day. And this particular product is retailing at the price of 110 ringgit customer price, and member price is 80 ringgit. So we as distributors, when we sell it out in the open market, we sell it for 110 ringgit, and our retail profit is 30 ringgit. That's if someone wants to sell this product in an open market. So this is the core product, and within this product, there are other products as well, my dear friends, which might interest you, and that is the DR4 liquid. Now, the DR4 liquid also has the black ginger extract, but in addition to that, it also has pomegranate extracts in it, which is very high in antioxidants and strengthens immunity. It also has raw honey in it as well, which contains bee pollen. So for those people who actually have got sinus problem, this is definitely one product that you certainly want to take. I recently purchased this product. It's got a very nice taste as well. Now, this product is a little bit more pricey because of the honey content in it. It's 150 ringgit but the member price is 98 ringgit. So that's the second product. The third product was created specially for women. Women are always very concerned about aging too fast. Men don't have problem in that area, but women have got problem in that area. So they probably want a product to help them in that area. We have the V20 Lovely, which has black ginger extract. It has got bird nest extract. It's got 7 Arabic spices called bakarat. It also has got anti-inflammatory properties. It also has, of course, the pomegranate and the raw honey added into it as a base for this product. So you just simply have to rip off the covering and then just consume it as a drink, and you're done. It comes in sachets that you just have to consume and dispose of. So this is a V20 product, and it also retails at the price of 150 ringgit and member price at 98 ringgit. And then, of course, a very popular product, which is a V Cafe. By the way, they've sold over 1.3 million of these boxes just this year alone, my dear friends. So this product is a big seller. It's black ginger extract, very high degree of antioxidants and anti-aging, anti-inflammation properties. It's using Brazilian Arabica coffee. If you know a little bit about coffee, you know there is Robusta coffee and Arabica coffee. Arabica coffee has got lower caffeine levels, if that is a challenge for some people. And then it also has mangosteen skin extract. You'll come to learn that mangosteen fruit is not as healthy as the skin itself. So this again helps to fight free radicals. And it uses the black or purple sugar cane sweetener, which has got the same degree of sweetness but lower sugar levels. And they use nanotechnology to break down the atom so that the sugar absorption is faster into the body, which lesser consumption. So this is something that you might want to do a little bit of study on, because nano sweeteners are the next level sugars that is necessary, that is good for the body, that is not harmful, as opposed to the normal cane sugar. And that product is retailing at 60 ringgit and member price at 45 ringgit. Now, if you are not a coffee person, or you're the type of person who needs to have a glass of tea in the evening, well, let me introduce to you the premium black tea. Now, the name is a little bit confusing. Actually, it's not black tea. It's a kind of tea that they call it as black tea, but actually it's got dairy milk added to it. So when you actually mix it together, it comes like what they call milk tea. This also has the black ginger extract. It's got premium black tea with, by the way, for those of you who know the difference between coffee and tea, tea has got lower caffeine levels compared to coffee. And it also has mangosteen skin extract and nano sweetener. So that is a tea product that I recently purchased, and I find that quite interesting as well. And this goes at a retail price of 60 and member price at 45 ringgit. Now, one of the latest products that they also introduced is the Vitamin. Vitamin is the New Zealand dairy milk. What I normally do is I normally mix this milk together with my coffee, and it gives me a very unique taste along the way. But what's interesting here is that this particular product has got the most number of nutrients that the other products may not even have. And that is, it has the, of course, New Zealand milk that comes from cows. We all know that New Zealand has the most cleanest milk because the cows consume clean grass grazing that takes place in New Zealand. Black ginger extract. It also has flower known as a snow lotus extract, which is known to be anti-inflammatory. It strengthens the kidneys. It also has habato sauda, another type of flower seed that has got high in omega-3 and 6. It kills intestinal worms. It's got bird nest extract as well. It also has prebiotics for those people who have got digestion problems. Then you might want to use this as a probiotic for your digestive system. It's got inulin. It's a kind of starch component that is added into this, that is extracted from different types of starch-related vegetables. And then you have nano sweetener, again taken from purple sugar cane with lower sugar levels. So this is a Vitamin. Now, what's interesting about Vitamin and also the premium black tea and the V Cafe is something very unique. Normally, when you want to drink coffee, you would take hot water and then you put coffee into it and then you stir it. Try taking your Nescafe and putting it into cold water. You'll see the whole coffee just subside to the bottom, because that goes to show there's a lot of other materials that added into it that does not dissolve in water. you need hot water to dissolve it. But the funny thing about our product is because it's totally natural and there's no additions of certain types of chemical related products that don't dissolve in water, you can actually take normal room temperature water and actually mix the product, and it still converts into the original drink that you're looking at, including the milk, the tea, and the coffee product. This is an interesting experiment that goes to show that this product is totally soluble within water because there is no foreign matter that's added into it that does not dissolve, which is not good for the body, by the way. So this is something very interesting that you might want to experiment when you actually try out the product, should you consume it. And I'm very excited to also introduce to you our latest product, which is the V-Sweet Natural Sweetener. So for those of you who actually want the taste of sugar, but you cannot afford to try that sugar, you might want to try this V-Sweet product. Many of you are familiar with stevia, which was very popular some years back. Unfortunately, that product is no longer available widely in the market. So we are very excited that we are using a different technology, using nanotechnology. That's one very important aspect. It also uses what is known as hexagon water, because hexagon water is a stabilized water structure that can actually penetrate membrane cells. If you are familiar with water technology, you've got what you call alkaline water, you've got acid water, there's different types of water pH levels. And using the same technology, they've also developed what is known as hexagon water that's able to penetrate our cells even more effectively. So a lot of us are very familiar in taking RO water, which has got no property or values within the body, but this one, hexagon water, has got value, which is added into this product as well. It is low calories and zero glycemic index level. And it also uses the nanotechnology where black cane extract is used together with black ginger extract. So this is again a very powerful product that's been introduced that is retailing at 60 ringgit retail price and 45 ringgit member price. So my dear friends, the purpose I'm showing you this particular presentation this morning, the first part, is to show you that this entire organization is not built on the marketing plan. It's built on powerful products that has actually benefited the lives of so many people who have consumed it. I want you to think about those people who are or probably very sick today, and they've tried everything. They've gone to all the hospitals and nothing seems to work. And you always wondered, what can I do to help these people? What can I do to help these people? Some people could be even nearing to the final stage of their cancer level. Or recently, I had a friend whose leg is going to be amputated. Now, what would you do in that situation, my dear friends? If you were a distributor of a Volten product, and you know they've done everything under the sun, it doesn't work, you could just go up to the house and say, if you don't mind, I'm going to give you this product. You don't need to buy it. I'm going to give you this product. Could you try it for the next 2 weeks and see whether this works for you or not? And if that product works for the person and that person's leg doesn't have to be amputated, or if the person's cancer growth slows down, and suddenly the doctor says, I'm surprised that it's reversing. Now, my dear friends, can you imagine how grateful would that person be? You don't even have to look this as a business. Look this as your contribution to people who need the product. So later on, Chandrakala, at the end of the sharing, will also share with you how she's going to take the products and give it to her friends to use it so that they can benefit from it. And if they find it helpful, they will come back one day and purchase it from you. So it is the product, my dear friends. It's not just about the money. It's a product. Okay. So if you are excited about what you see here, let me now introduce to you another friend of mine who is going to be giving you a clear picture